Hello everybody, my name is Rohan and welcome to my YouTube channel where I'll be showcasing some of the cybersecurity slash ethical hacking labs from TryHackMe and Valhub. We'll be starting off with some beginner level stuff and gradually escalating to some advanced machines. So let's go ahead and take a look at the simple CTF room, which is beginner friendly on TryHackMe. So for those of you who don't know, TryHackMe is one of the best platforms to learn and practice hacking concepts. I would definitely recommend all the cybersecurity aspirants out there to take a look at this. So we are in this room. Let's go ahead and start their machine. So it takes about 1 minute until the machine boots up. I am connected to their OpenVPN service. So the reason why I chose CTF is because it is one of the best methods to learn and practice hacking, especially even for a beginner. So let's go ahead to our terminal and let's open a new terminal. So first we'll be starting off with the basic enumeration. So we'll be running up Nmap. For those of you who don't know, Nmap is a very good scanning and enumeration tool. So we'll be scanning for open ports and the services running on them. So let's go ahead and copy the IP address. So the syntax for Nmap is Nmap TAC-SC TAC-SV, TAC-P, TAC-T4, and then TAC-V, and go ahead and enter the IP address. Now this will start the Nmap scan. Simultaneously, let's run the GoBuster for directory brute forcing. So the syntax for GoBuster is GoBuster dir TAC-U for the URL, HTTP, and the IP address, followed by the word list that will be on your user share word lists, BIRB, and then your big. So this will list all the web directories present on the target. So the 403 status over here indicates that it is not accessible. So the Nmap scan shows us that port 21 is open, port 80 is open. So let's go ahead and take a look at the port 80 website. Okay, so this is a basic Apache Ubuntu default page. So it's an Ubuntu machine running a default Apache service. So the scans usually take a while. And here there are some questions that you need to answer in order to complete the room. So each step you do gives you an answer that you have to enter here and then submit to check whether the answer is correct or not. Okay, so there are 3 ports open. That is port 21 FTP service, port 80 HTTP, and port 2222, that is SSH. So under 1000 that would be our port 21 and port 80. So 2 services. And it's correct. So what is running on the higher port? The higher port will be the 2222, that is SSH. So let's go ahead and enter SSH. That is correct as well. Okay, so what's the CVE you're using against the application? Application, okay. Let's check for some other like robots.txt. Okay, so we see that there is something in robots.txt. Okay. User agent disallow, open MER. So if I'm not wrong, open EMR is a vulnerability that is therefore SQL injection. So let's go ahead and check this. If this is what they're asking for, Google, let's check the CV. CV stands for the common vulnerability. So Control-V, SQL injection, CVE. Yeah, so yeah, here it is. And it shows is covered in CMS, made simple 2.28. It is possible with the news module through a crafted URL to achieve unauthenticated blind time-based SQL injection. So let's go ahead and copy this. This might be our CVE that we're looking for. And it is. Okay, so to what kind of vulnerability is the application vulnerable? So that is the SQLI. So SQL injection, SQLI, and it's correct. So next question is, what's the password? So I think they're referring to the SSH password. So let's go ahead and connect to the target through FTP. We can see here that anonymous FTP login is allowed. So let's type FTP and the, oh, sorry. No. Followed by the target IP. So yeah, here we type anonymous and then we are in. So we are logged in to the FTP service through anonymous, login allowed. So let's go ahead and list all the files or folders that is there in this FTP service. So type ls, and there is something called pub. So let's go ahead and move into the directory called pub. So okay, the directory successfully changed. So let's see what it contains. Okay, so there's a file named formich.txt. Let's go ahead and get the file, as it might be important. So yeah, we have received the file onto our system. Let's go ahead and clear this out. ls, and you can see there is a file called formich. Let's go ahead and view its contents. So cat formich.txt. So it says, damn it man, you're the worst dev I've ever seen. Okay, you set the same pass for the system user and the password is so weak. I cracked it in seconds. Gosh, what a mess. So I think they're talking about the SSH login credentials. So the user is Mitch, and it is said that he has set a weak password. So I think this password might be brute forceable. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So we can brute force this with Hydra. So Hydra tag L, which is Mitch, and then tag P. So let's go ahead and specify the password word list. So user share word lists and then rocku. So rocku is a rocku.txt. It's a file which it's a collection of all the passwords and common names that is collected from a very well-known cyber attack. So it contains almost all the usernames and passwords, weak passwords especially. So let's go ahead and do that. Hydra tackle Mitch tag p the word list, and then let's specify the port name, that is the service that we're going to brute force, SSH, and the IP along with the port. So this will go ahead and brute force the password for us, the password for the SSH service. Yeah, as you can see, the password is secret. That is really a weak password. So let's go ahead and log in to the SSH service, SSH Mitch at the IP address, tag p to specify the port. Since the port is not 22, so the port needs to be specified. By default, it takes the port has to be 22 if not specified. So let's specify it as 2222 and hit enter, and then go ahead and type yes. The password, so secret, and we are in. So we are logged in as Mitch, so you can check it by typing who am I, and it says Mitch. So let's go ahead and answer this question as well. So what is the password? Secret. Where can you log in with the details obtained? So we just logged into the SSH service, so SSH, and that is correct as well. So what's the user flag? So when you log in as a user, you should search for any files. So yeah, it says user.txt. So let's go ahead and list the content of this file. So cat user.txt. It says good job, keep it up. So this might be the user flag that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and copy it and then paste it over here to check, and it is the user flag. So is there any other user in the home directory? What's its name? So to go to the home directory, you can just say like cd/home. So this will take you to the home directory, and you can just hit ls. It will list all the directories. So you can see there's a directory named sunbath. So let's go ahead and enter sunbath, and it is correct as well. So what can you leverage to spawn a privileged shell? So I think they're asking for a privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is a process where you escalate your privileges from a low-level user to the root user or the administrator. So what we do is, whenever you log in as a low-privileged user, the first thing you need to do is run sudo tackle to check what all commands can be run as root by this user. So let's go ahead and run sudo tackle. Okay, so we can see that user bin vim can be run as root. Vim is a text editor like Nano, where you can enter write codes for the different languages. So let's go ahead and run the vim command along with a bash shell command. So let's type sudo. Sudo is the command for super user. So you're running this command as a super user, since you are allowed to run vim as root. So let's go ahead and run it. Sudo vim. Here we're going to write the command for our bash shell. That will be /bash. Okay, I almost forgot. It's Vim Taxi. Sorry, Vim Taxi, and then /bin/bash, and then hit enter. Okay, so we did run that command as root, and look what's here, it's root. So we are logged in as root. So you can do this, you can just verify by running who am I. Okay, so it is root. So you are root now. Root is the super user of this system. So what did you just exploit? You just exploited a service called Vim. So let's go ahead and enter it here, Vim. And it is correct. So what's the root flag? So the root flag might be in the root folder. So you can just cd/root, and you are in the root directory ls. So let's go ahead and cat the contents of that root file. And well, here we go. So let's paste this. Congratulations, you've completed the room. It was fun, right? So you learned a lot of things like Nmap, Hydra, SSH, privilege escalation. There are a lot of rooms on TryHackMe where you can learn all of this. You can just log in, create your account, and go to the dashboard, go to learn, where there are different paths for like beginner, offensive pen testing, cyber defense as well. You can go to practice, and there are a lot of machines where you can just practice your skills. So we'll be taking a look into all of these in the near future. And I'll be doing some machines from Hub as well, since they cover a lot of good things as well. So yeah, if you liked the video, please subscribe, leave a comment maybe, do those YouTube algorithm things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.